Tennessee Department of Transportation has wrapped up its series of public meetings centered around a study looking for solutions to address congestion, reduce traffic time, and increase safety along a 17-mile stretch of the interstate from I-40, the 75 split, to I-640. Now we're looking at two potential solutions. Is it widening the interstate, maybe adding choice lanes? Those are two options they're looking at right now. Here to talk about that study and all of the things that go along with that, we have Mark Nagy with TDOT. So Mark, first let's talk about this. So we are talking about a very specific stretch, and if you have ever driven on this part of I-40, you know exactly what we're talking about with the bottleneck.
Sure. Well, the secret's kind of out about East Tennessee and what a great place this is to live. So many people have moved into our area the last 5-10 years especially. Most of them have brought their own vehicles. So we see a lot of congestion, and people talk about Nashville and how much congestion you get there. 3 of the worst bottlenecks in the entire state are in the Knoxville area at Campbell Station Road, at Lovell Road, and also at I-640, all those on the westbound side. So obviously you have over 200,000 vehicles per day that travel along the stretch of roadway. So we're looking to find ways to, like you said, especially to alleviate that congestion.
And of course you just wrapped up those meetings too. So in those meetings, what were you guys you're trying to get the pulse of what people were wanting, give people information, all of those types of things?
Yeah, all of those things. We had a set of public meetings back last fall. We said that we were going to bring the public the latest on this study. This is the Planning and Environmental Linkages study later this year, and that's what we did just a week ago. And the study is continuing. So we anticipate this Planning and Environmental Linkages study to be complete by the end of the year, and at that time we should know what the recommended alternatives are as we go forward then into engineering phase, environmental phase, and then looking to see how this can be funded.
Right. There's a lot of phases that have to happen before there's a final stamp of approval or any dirt getting moved, so to speak. So this is something too people can still weigh in on.
Yes, that's correct. So the study, we need to hear from the public, and we want to hear from the public. So they can still get their public comments in. Those are due by July 22nd. And if people want to know how they can do that, just go to our TDOT website at tn.gov/TDOT and look for West Knoxville Corridor.
Also too, I know you mentioned that so many cars come through Knoxville every day. A lot of those are semi-trucks. Does that contribute to that?
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, this is an area where you have multiple interstates that are converging in the same spot. You have so much commerce that are going through East Tennessee, and that definitely has an effect on traffic. And not only during peak travel times, morning rush hour, afternoon rush hour, we really see it at all times of day. So, you know, we're talking about safety here. I mean, that is always the top priority of the Department of Transportation, and we're looking for ways to make our roads ever safer.
Yeah, well, we are looking forward to that on the horizon, of course, as the next phases roll forward. But Mark, also something that's been on the top of a lot of people's minds the last couple of weeks is the extreme heat.
Right.
TDOT has crews out all the time. What are you all doing to make sure your crews stay safe?
So this is the time of year when you see our crews and our contractors out on the roadways. You know, a lot of resurfacing work takes place. You see the folks that are out there mowing along the interstates and the state route. So this is when you get the good weather. Unfortunately, it's also extremely hot. So we make sure that they are well hydrated, they get enough shade, and then as always, we always tell folks, if you don't have to you know, be on the roadways during peak travel times, give them a break. And then especially if you do see them on the roadways, make sure you give them that extra room they need to do their jobs efficiently and safely.
Yeah, I feel like every time you come, it's a good time to remind people to move over for those crews, keep everyone safe. So Mark, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course, Katie.
All right.